All right, we are live, everybody. We are live on today's video. I'll be breaking down and sharing everything that I know about, Bitcoin, about cryptocurrency, and how you can play your role, and that way you're positioned properly inside of these large markets, and how you can get the most value and learn from some of the top world class leaders. So stick with me throughout this video. I'll be breaking down some of the charts, breaking down some of the knowledge of what I can give to you guys through my experience, but more importantly, from the experience that I've learned from, eight-figure mentors, people that have the results that we're after, people that have taught tens of thousands of students, that literally live, eat, sleep, and breathe cryptocurrency. And I'm going to be passing that off right to you guys, So this isn't something that, personally it's all about me. No, it's about you guys. And it's about the information that I've received from years and years of experience, 9+ years of experience inside of this space. So guys, firstly, we got to understand where we are positioned right now. So guys, it's March, what's the date? It's Thursday, March 25th, 2021. So as we are in these markets right now, price is around $52,650 for a Bitcoin. And this is the price that we're at right now. Current market cap is $1.685 trillion. And as you can see, we're in a bit of a pullback right now. And I know some of you guys are like, oh my God, I'm worried, worried about your positions. But look, guys, don't be too worried. It's just a minor pullback. Just look at the higher time frame and you'll be fine. You're like, well, Trev, like it's making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. What's going on? It's going to crash. It's going to crash and burn, right? But don't worry. I will share some data here so that we'll start making a little bit more sense. So this is Bitcoin on a chart. You can look at it at a higher time frame, a 4-hour time frame here. And guys, look how bullish it is. It's looking beautiful. Like we're fine, guys. It's not gonna break down. But hey, I'm gonna show you guys a little bit more of what's the baseline here, and we gotta look at Bitcoin, on a larger scale, right? As a technology, as an adaptation of a technology. Look, we're gonna put into a logarithmic scale, and let's raise this up to like the weekly time frame. And as you see, this is literally the highest performing asset in the entirety of the world. And you see from day single one in this scale, literally to where it is, it's only been up, right? It's got some minor pullbacks. It does its thing, right? But we got to think of it as an actual emerging technology here, because that's what it is. Blockchain technology is ever emerging. There's ever getting even more and more of a use case for it. Bigger institutions are only trying to get into this space as much as they can and putting their money towards it. So, if we look at an actual adaptation rate, and as you can tell, these are some of these technologies that have been in the past, like the telephone, the fridge, and so forth like that. And you kind of see how that adaptation rate has taken off, right? And it was adapted pretty quickly over just a several years, right? And that's the same thing that's happening right now today. Maybe we're hanging out at like maybe the 30% adaptation rate, but what would the price be when it's at 100%? Right? When crypto is everywhere, right? You can already buy houses with it, you can buy cars with it. Tesla now accepts, cryptocurrency to buy a Tesla. Like, it's ever emerging and we need it, right? We need it more than ever in this world, and people are wanting it. And here's a big thing too, guys. If we go and look at Bitcoin as a whole, there's an actual supply, right? There's a supply of only 21 million Bitcoins can ever be made, right? So 21 million Bitcoins can ever be made. So simple supply and demand. Right now, the demand's high. Everybody's talking about it. It's one of the most Googled terms out there right now, and everybody wants some. But there's only a limited amount of supply. And when it maxes out, there's no way to print off more. It's not like the US dollar where, hey guys, stimulus check, let's bring some more dollars in, right? It's there's an actual cap to it. And of course, with classic supply and demand, right? It just makes sense. Supply is lower, well, the price is going to go higher, right? The demand's greater, well, price is going to go higher. Supply and demand, it's a beautiful thing. So there's no way of just printing off more dollars. And, let's go look at the dollar, for example, right? We can go look at the dollar right now. This is the US dollar. There's more money printed off in this last year alone than any other year ever. I heard a stat, it was like 21% of all the American money that's in circulation has been printed off this year. But like, let's look at this, guys. Like, this is back in March of 2020. And what has happened? The dollar's just been steadily declining. And with Bitcoin, when it's paired across the dollar, of course, when the dollar goes down, Bitcoin's going to go up. So super simple. But now let's take this out of log mode and let's look at it. Let's go to a 3-day chart. And let's look at sort of what's sort of happening. And, we can go way back in the days when Bitcoin was back here and made its like first initial moves, which actually on this chart, there's no data of when Bitcoin was just a few pennies. But, Bitcoin likes to do its own thing, right? It's different. It moves in funky ways. But as you can tell, price down here, we're just jumps the gun from literally, $8 a coin to all the way up to $265. That's a pretty good, like if you're looking in percentage basis, right? In percentage, that's a 3,000% gain, right? But, and then what happens? It pulls back. Substantially, it comes back down into, the $50 range and kind of hangs out. This is a couple years of time. And then what? Explosion upwards. It breaks this high, explosion upwards. We got to pull down the chart to even see what happens, right? And it goes from, $80 a coin to $1,200, right? And then what happened? It kind of pulls back down pretty heavily, and it hangs out in this range for a couple of years, for a little while. It even comes back down, it doesn't go lower than that, but then what's up? Here comes another impulse, and we actually got to pull down this chart to even see what happens, right? It breaks this high right here. We'll just mark that up with a... It breaks this high right here, all right? And we got to pull down, and we don't see it ever come back to that price. And that made an impulse. Sorry, guys, that wasn't even an actual jump because I can't see the previous data there. But, you see this big impulse here, and it hits, $19,000, right? And we look at that gain here where, you get in over here, $380, 5,000% gain on an ROI, right? And that is what Bitcoin does. And then what? It kind of came back down and it hung out for a few years. And what's happening now today is it broke this high. And now you're starting to see like, okay, guys, now we have to scroll up the chart. And it's just making its first impulsive move. So what's really important, we got to understand, how trading as a whole works and how these markets are built. Because at the end of the day, the markets is a business, right? Majority of people lose. Like you can go look at most brokers. They say, hey guys, 78% of the people that get started with us, they lose their money. They're pretty honest with it, right? And why are they openly advertising it, right? You can even let's do a quick Google here. How many traders lose, right? Well, Some say 70, some say 80, and some even say up to 90% of people lose their money and end up quitting. So why is that? We got to understand that, this, not everybody wins, but if you want to be one of the 10%, you want to be one of the 15% of people, you got to do things differently than what majority of people are doing, right? And we got to understand how that works. So this chart here, provides a big understanding of the market and a great understanding of what's going on here. You see this is an emotional cycle of a market. You can see it in lower time frames, you can see it in higher time frames, but this is what happens all the time because they're trying to, the only deciding factor inside of the markets is your emotions, right? That's what differentiates a professional trader and an amateur trader is the emotions and understanding these emotions in the market. And you cannot bring emotions into the market, but we got to understand, the phases inside the market, right? You can see where, sort of like what's going on. And you see this euphoria moment, right? And for example, that's when I bought my first Bitcoins. I was literally buying Bitcoin back here at $13,000, $12,000, $14,000. I was buying it up in here. That was my first start in the crypto space. I was buying all these different cryptos. Dude, I bought Litecoin at $400. Right now it's at $100. And this is several years later. I had no clue what I was doing. I was just throwing my money in the market and I was in hopes I was getting rich. I was in this euphoric stage where I didn't, I thought I was genius. We're all going to become rich. I was just like, boom, boom, boom. Everybody's talking about it. Prices are just going out of the gym, but I had no education. I do not know what I know today, and I was just buying in hopes it was going to go up. It's like the worst way to do it. And, I didn't know when to exit. That's one of the most important things. Like as a newbie trader, you got to understand, when you're getting into the market, why you're getting into the market, and even more importantly, when you're going to exit, take your profits, right? As well, on top of that, you got to understand risk management and also portfolio management. If you can master those two things, the sky's the limit when it comes down to trading, when it comes to multiplying your money and utilizing these markets as a vehicle for you to go from wherever you are right now to wherever you want to be, to unlimited amount of abundance. I've seen it over and over again. And, anybody can create that story, but it takes that discipline, that consistency to see the results through. So we got to understand how the market phases work, right? So in this kind of stages, like not many people are buying, right? Because it's like, I don't really believe in the market. I don't, right? It's even right now, like people are like, even in these stages, they're like, man, I don't know, man, like 50 grand for a Bitcoin, that's a lot of money. Like it must come back down to like 30 grand and then maybe I'll get a Bitcoin. Like it's just too much money right now. Like I cannot do that. Like, I don't really believe in this rally. It's not really true. Like, oh my God, it's pulled back so much in the last couple days. Like, Bitcoin's going to fail. Like it's game over, guys. Like, and people are saying that and you see it on the news. You see it from your friends, right? And people are kind of confused, right? And that's what's happening right now. And we're just in these early stages, guys. Like the rally hasn't even started. Like it really has not even started. Like, for example, back here, I measured off fib levels and sort of how things happen off of previous highs and create these boxes, right? And, and I did this in the log mode where all the boxes are the same size, right? But where do we see this box that I drew out? Well, it goes up to like a $400,000 Bitcoin, right? So we could see easily over $150,000 Bitcoin by the end of this year, hands down. It could happen. It might not happen. Don't take my advice, but we could easily see it from banking on previous historic data and sort of what's happening, right? And this wave today isn't backed on mom and pop like in 2017. This wave today is backed by massive institutions, by some of the biggest banks in the world. JP Morgan. We see Tesla, and we see big institutions getting and putting bigger money. And when this market cap goes over $2.5 trillion, you're going to see even more money flooding in, because the bigger institutions, they're going to have to hold this asset class. It's just the way she goes. All right. So let me get back into this chart here that we're looking at. Which one was that? It's this one. And we're still literally just getting started, and, this is what we're looking at in terms of, comparison of this cheat sheet right here. That's what we're looking at right now. See, that's exactly what we're looking at right now. We've yet to see this explosion. And, and this is something that not a lot of people are talking about. And you can hear me now, tell me later, right? And this is what's going to happen, right? So price is going to go up, right? And now we're like, wow, it goes up to $70,000. Wow, this rally is kind of real, right? And, it goes up to $100,000. Those people that wish they bought at $50,000, now they're like, yo, I'm getting in. I believe in this now. This makes sense. People are all getting in. I cannot miss out. I got to get in. I got to get in. And then now you see it go up to $150,000. Yo, I'm mortgaging my house. Let's go. Like, I'm going to buy this on margin. Let's freaking go, right? And they don't want to miss out. And then the next thing you know, they get into this euphoric moment where, your blinders on, nothing makes sense anymore. If anyone gave you a practical thing, you would never even believe them. And that's just the way she is, right? And then you're in this euphoric moment where you're just a genius. You're going to, and the next thing you know, it hits that peak and it just comes down. You're like, oh my God, it's just a cool off. Like, it's going to come back around. No worries. Oh my God. Like, man, this is taking longer than I expected, right? Oh my God. It's definitely not like Bitcoin. I'm long on that. Like, I believe in this crap, right? Oh shit. Everybody's selling. I better get the heck out, right? And now you're in this anger mood where you lost your money and you're just one of the 90% of people. And then you go into depression, and it's the way she goes. And this cycle moves in waves, and Bitcoin likes to move in 4-year cycles. But right now, we have the timing of this market is impeccable, where we're going to be seeing the largest transfer of wealth go down in history right now. And it's going to be happening through the crypto markets. Not only just through Bitcoin, through these other projects. We can get into NFTs, we can get into, the DeFi space. There's so many cool things happening and so many great use cases for little different things to even see different gains as well. But, Bitcoin's the mothership and things follow that. So this is the time in the market. You can believe me now, but you can see it later. But we are literally just getting started. For example, guys, in the Forex market, I like to trade in the Forex market. I trade in binary options too. I've been very heavy into crypto, but for example, in the Forex market, guys, there are banks, like the banks with your money in it, that literally put so much money into the markets. For example, Citibank, JP Morgan, they average put about $500 billion a day into the market. The Forex space is a $6 trillion daily. So all that money that's sitting in your bank account, it's not just sitting there behind a pretty vault, right? It's getting traded in these markets and they're multiplying it. That's why I believe it's so important to get this information out to the masses, so that way you can start making money like the banks do. That way your money is starting to go to work and that your money is multiplying. But it's a skill set that needs to be taught and it needs to be learned, because there's also so much garbage information out there. You can try to go learn on YouTube, but you might be learning from some random guy that's teaching out of his mom's basement, right? Or you're going to go to like Reddit and you're seeing all this unbiased stuff, or you're going to read something on the news and next thing you know, like all these things are going through your head, all these opinions, and you just don't know what to do, and it creates confusion. And at the end of the day, it's about education, and your skill set that you grow and build will lead to the confidence. And that confidence is going to lead to those actions, which will lead to that result that you are truly after, whether it's financial freedom, whether it's becoming a millionaire, whatever that might be. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys, where I've learned a lot of my information, right? Look, I'm not a special person. I'm not some sort of guru, wizard, or whatever, right? I was just an average kid, right? With a dream. I love traveling. I love enjoying my life. And I really, truly believe life is meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to be experienced. It's meant to have fun. It's not meant to just be worked and worked and worked and worked until the day we die, right? We got to think differently how we make money today in 2021. It's not like how it used to be. We're not meant to go to school, get a good education, and then what? Get a job to work for the rest of your life? That's not what life is meant to be. It's ridiculous. And then what? An hourly wage job, trading your time for money, came and scrape you by today in today's world. Like, good luck somebody my age buying a house with a $20 an hour job, with a $30 an hour job, with a $40 an hour job. It does not cut the bills. We got to learn how to invest. We got to learn how to make our money work for us and create actual wealth, but also freedom to go with it. Because, trading your time for money, how do you scale that up? Because you only have so much time in a day, right? You tell me, how many streams of income do you have, right? So very, very powerful stuff. But anyways, so I've learned over, my story is simple, guys. A year and a half ago, I was already in the online space. I was trying, affiliate marketing. I was trying to get in the door of like, that's my ticket out, is creating an online business so I can travel the world, give back in many ways, retire my family, create that wealth for myself. And then I came across this academy that taught me the skill sets of how to think and become like an investor by linking my arms with, 7-figure mentors, 8-figure mentors, 9-figure mentors that actually are living that life, that actually have that results. And I don't know about you guys, but I only listen to the people that have the results that I'm after. It's like what Bob Proctor says. I don't know if you study him at all, but he's a facilitator in our company and amazing, amazing guy. He's probably created more millionaires than anyone else living on this planet. But what he states is find somebody that has the results that you're after and do exactly what they say. Exactly. So I only listen to people that have those results that I'm after. So many people, they get into this space and then their broke ass friends are saying how it's stupid or somehow trading is a pyramid scheme or whatever kind of stupid thing that you listen to, and you allow the fear of judgment or the fear of somebody else's opinion shut down your dreams. And you're literally going to listen to somebody that only has a couple $100 in their bank account? Are you serious? I don't listen to broke people. I listen to rich and wealthy people. I listen to people that have the years of experience, right? This lesson that I'm teaching you right now today, I just learned it from an 8-figure guy, a mentor who's been doing this for over 9 years, who's helped tens of thousands of students create success. That's who I'm taking this information from, and I'm translating it to you guys so that way you can learn too. But if you want to learn directly from that source, I can show you exactly how to get plugged in with the right people and the right timing, with the right people, the right timing, with the right everything, right? So I'll share this right here, right now. So I think one of the biggest things is, one is buying Bitcoin and holding it and doing your thing with it, right? And acquiring these different assets, like diversify the money that you have and create a portfolio for yourself and diversify it. But another thing is actually trading it. Imagine trading it, whether it's going up, whether it's going down, making money both ways on a leverage basis. So, even with little or money, you don't need to have $52,000 to have a Bitcoin or to even start trading it, but you can act as almost that you do have $50,000 so you can actually create bigger gains, even as price goes to $150,000, right? You can make so much more money by taking the ups and the downs, and catching more pullbacks and trading it all the way there. Or heck, guess what? If Bitcoin's a hoax and all this stuff, it's not going to make up to $150,000. Well, guess what? You could actually sell it and say Bitcoin crashes today. You could still make a whole bunch of money just by selling it down. So having that skill set underneath your belt is very, very powerful. But I don't know about you guys. I don't like looking at a chart all day. I am a busy person. I have a lot of things to do. I have a lot of people to serve and help and videos to create and stuff like that. I don't have time to be looking at a chart all day, to be studying all the information, to be plugged into the sources and everything like that. So I leverage those people that already have the results. So we have this beautiful thing called Swipecoin. It's an actual application on your phone. This is a desktop version. And, as the market's making its moves, as the market's doing its thing, we have our master educators. I think there's 4 of them now that are calling out these trades. And they're literally giving you everything that you need. An entry area, a stop loss. Like, I can expand it and you'll see your take profit 1, your take profit 2, and so forth like that, and have the details of what's going on here. Right? And while you're going out and about your day, for example, the other week, I literally took a trade while I was in the grocery store. At the grocery store, guys. And I quickly punched it in. It took me 2 minutes. And by the time I got out of the grocery store, I already made enough money to pay for my groceries. How easy is that? Right? And I'm not looking at the chart. I'm like, okay, amazing. Thank you, Picasso. Faith in you. I got you. Thank you. You just fed us. Right? And that's what we have here, is the ability in this application. Right? So as well, inside here, we also got a chat. So, hey guys, you know what? Let's take a look at the scanner here. If we can see this, we can possibly see a trade setup, right? Always keeping us up to date. Oh guys, we got stopped out at break even. We'll just kind of see if we can re-hit this zone, right? So it's always keeping us up to date, like when to move our profits. Hey, the trade's invalid, or hey, let's move our stop losses into profits. Let's take profits. Always keeping us up to date with what's going on. As well, we also do some exchange trading. Have you ever wanted to buy those different other currencies? Those alt currencies like Polkadot, Aave, we got Litecoin, Uniswap, VeChain, all these coins being called out. And we have a master educator that's all about the altcoins, right? I actually love the altcoins. I have a very extensive portfolio in it. I'm long on it. It is so much fun, actually, because there's so many cool things with the projects. But this educator is incredible. His name's Kurt Cobain, but he's keeping us up to date with different projects. He's dropped a full list for us of hey guys, these are my top 30 projects that I'm looking at, that I'm in myself. And we get to follow and shadow that and take those same trades, those same ideas for ourselves too. So just like this, he gave us a new time to get back into Aave. We bought Aave way back when, but he's like, guys, we can get some more, under $400, it's a steal. So let's get some more. So he marks up this entry and he gave it out to us. And then what did we do? We went and picked it up, which I actually bought some more just the other day. Right? Let's see where it's at. Okay, well, I don't know where my markup went, but I had the markup where I bought it. But either way, I bought some more, and we're just staying up to date. So I don't have to do all the heavy lifting. I don't have to do all the old research and stuff like that. I can show up to class, get the information I need, and then go off and apply it right away with immediate confidence, because I'm backing it off of those people. Right? I trust the process. They have the results. Why not trust it? So that is what's really, really beautiful inside of this application. And then on top of that, one of my all-time favorites inside of here is actually access to the Go Live education. the Go Live education. Yes, we teach Forex. Yes, we teach other things. Yes, we teach drop shipping. Like multiple streams of income is a beautiful thing. But this video specifically is just about cryptocurrency. So I'm only going to be sharing about the DCX side. But you see here, we have master educators. These are all professional 6, 7, 8-figure traders that are here live with you multiple times during the week. And we get to tune in live with them and we get to see their updated information. Like Nick Gomez here, he's the king of XRP. So if there's any XRP fans, like he's the go-to guy for that. And he's feeding us on the app. Meanwhile, like, you know, he's giving us trades on the app. And like, actually, let's go look at the results. Because results don't lie. Oh, XRP, TP2, 450 pips. Oh, XRP, you know, like, so we see these trades popping up all the time, like 800 pips banked on XRP. So, you know, these are copy and paste trades that you're taking, 4,200 pips with Bitcoin. So you can see the results, and the results don't lie, right? People lie, but numbers don't. So, as well, Crypto Picasso, that is the go-to guy. That was the guy I was telling you about. This is what this lesson is based off of. Kurt Cobain, he's one of my all-time favorites. He brings a fun flavor to it, and he talks about the alt currencies, DeFi projects, NFTs, gives us all the up-to-date information. Like he dropped a gem last week, which I shared in one of my previous YouTube videos. You can definitely go check it out and see how you can grab that gem as well. But for example, you can actually go into these sessions and, you know, if you don't catch the live session, you can watch it. It's recorded as well. They have favorite sessions, right? You see here, priority number 1 about crypto security. If you're new, start here. How to set up your blockfolio. You know, let's look at trend lines. Let's look at your exchange walkthrough, right? There's so many cool things. His Fibonacci thing, his Fibonacci lesson, it is beastly. But you also see here, it's like he's got 285 posts in here since he's been in this academy for a few years. You know, he's over 285 videos, and you know, some of them are an hour, some of them are 2 hours long. Some of these likes to over deliver, but like, you know, holy crap, that's a lot of content, and he shares that with us on a daily, weekly basis. So we always got the plug-in. We got the GOATs with us, and this is where the most value is located, is just in this Go Live platform. You know, imagine that you could literally just show up to class on a consistent basis, and you get paid for showing up, right? You know, 80% of success is literally just showing up. That's it, right? But you get to plug in with like real top-end professionals, people that actually have the results, and they're actually putting their live money where their mouth goes. Like they're trading with you, right? This guy, Ivan Paychecks, I think he was one of the first guys that actually bought a house with Bitcoin, right? Crypto Picasso, he buys his homes, he buys his cars, he lives off of Bitcoin. Like they are products of the products. Incredible. All right. And then on top of that, we actually have tools, like an actual tool. So that way you don't have to look at the market all the time, right? And that, you know, bring your attention to the market when your attention's needed, right? When there's going to be a big move happening, it calls it out before things happen. Like we can go look at it. Like for example, this buy that was called out here. If you caught that one, right, you could have caught 4,000 pips, which is $4,000 in movements, right? Crypto's moving like crazy. $4,000. Right? You can catch some false positives, but it's really easy to tell if it's false because in the training, they teach you what to look for and so forth like that for false positives. And, you know, you could have caught another quick little buy. This is a scalper. So you're really just catching some pips and dipping. But like, oh, caught that sell off. That's a pretty good sell off. Oh, it caught that sell off. That's pretty good. Oh, it caught that sell off. Let's go. Right? So there's always money to be made in these markets all the time. We have 2 different algorithms. We also have a smooth algorithm. So this is where it's there's less false positives on there. There's trainings on how to use it and everything like that. As well, guys, there's also full-pledged training, like a fast start training. So that way you know how to use the app like right up to speed, how to place your first trade. Like, it's all in this fast start. And it really only takes maybe an hour to go through. Like, it's super quick. Like, these videos are like, this video's 2.5 minutes long, right? 3 minutes long, right? So it just walks you through the basics. So that way, that whole thing of overwhelm, that whole thing of confusion is no longer. And you don't have to go and ask the questions and look dumb or whatever. You can just literally go find the answers. And then, of course, if you do have any extra questions, you can reach out to myself. You can reach out to the community and ask, because people have already done it. They're already 10 steps ahead. And that's what the power of community is. And community is really the new currency. So right here, guys, we are almost set up for a buy here. Actually, like, this is confirming a buy right now as we speak from this algorithm, right? So basically what we've seen here is this is actually Picasso. He's put these lines on here. We're looking at it in a line basis, but basically what's happening is when price breaks over this line, right, which it tested it, didn't break, but now it's broken it, that is confirming that we're going to see a buy movement. We see a cloud coming up. So we want to get this as close to a retest. So I'll actually be looking at a position here a little later on, like once I get off this call, to see if I can get in for a nice little position where, you got really tight risk and really high rewards, right? And that's the beauty of trading crypto, guys, is that's what you see in here is small risk, big rewards. Like, a lot of the trades even called out on the Swipecoin app. It's like 1 to 27, 1 to 45. Like, we caught a 1 to 45 the other week. That means you're risking 1% of your account. Means you're gaining 45% on that trade. Imagine that. Your banks don't even give you anything. That's the power of crypto. Like, you can trade Forex and stuff, but like, you're getting like, you're trying to go for like 30 to 100 pips. But with like Bitcoin, you're going for like 3,000 to 5,000 pips. It's a big difference. And that's the power of trading crypto. I love trading crypto. It's fun. It's exciting. It's thrilling. All that fun stuff. But yeah, we normally risk like 250 pips and we go for like massive amounts. As well, guys, we also have a harmonic scanner with crypto, which is cool. This is one of the flagship and original products inside of this academy. And look at this. It's linked up to Binance, and you can get entry points. For example, look, comp, right? Oh, let's see. Oh, Uniswap. Uniswap called out this trade earlier on there. So you can even trade on there and use this scanner tool to even get entries on like these other altcoin projects, right? Look at that. We see this one, right? And it shows you when to get in. There's your entry area. Where's your profit marks? TP3 smashed, right? Your stop loss. So you have risk management in place. So it gives you all that just like that. And these are being called out all the time. Like, there's another one. Boom. Like, game over, guys. TP3 smashed. Like, let's look at this one. And this is just grabbing them. Not all of them are going to be perfect, but like, I don't know. I just clicked on 4 of them and they all pretty good. Like, if you took the entry point, you're laughing, right? So, let's see if we can even find one that's broken. It didn't work. This one has hit TP1 and it's come back to entry. So I don't know what's going to happen next, but you could have at least gotten that bag, We'll see if it continues down towards TP3. But, so there's all these tools, all these things that are here to help you make money. And that is the power of the academy itself. That is the power of plugging into this information, utilizing some of the tools. But, imagine where you can just have a one-stop shop where you get everything that you ever need. That way you don't need to go look online or look at the news or look at any other opinion. You can just plug in, listen, be 100% coachable, surrender to the process, and come out laughing. Come out with more money in your pocket. Come out with a skill set to actually multiply your money. And at the end of the day, our goal as professionals, as these educators, their goal is to give you the actual skill set so that way you can go off and go do it on your own and also multiply it on your own basis so that way you don't have to depend on the educators. We want to show you how you can do it self-sufficiently, how you can become independently. So that way you can mark up the charts the same way that they mark up the charts too. And they show you that. And they teach you their strategies. And that's priceless, guys. That is absolutely priceless. So, that being said, guys, that is basically it for my video. It's pretty late where I'm at, but I just knew I had to share this. Look, get in contact with me. I have my Linktree link. It's in the description of this video. You can come in here. You can look at some of my other videos, but connect on me on Facebook. That is my main social media platform that I use, is on my Facebook. I have lots of content on there. As well, you can add me on Instagram. I'm not as much on there. I am definitely working on building that up a little bit more to provide more value, more content for all of you guys, for all my followers, all my fans. I appreciate every single one of you. As well, guys, if you like this video, which I probably should have gave the plug-in earlier because I don't know how many people watch through then, but don't forget to subscribe to the video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Share it to your friends if you got value. Yeah, guys, comment below if you have any questions. I'll get back to every single comment that is commented on this video. Feel free to spam my inbox, whatever you can do. But that is what's happening inside of this academy, inside of cryptocurrency. And this is my video for you guys, which gave you a little bit more value, a little bit more insight of exactly, how this academy works, where I get my information personally. And look, guys, I'm either going to see you at the top or I'm going to drag you to the top with me because the bottom is way too crowded. You guys get a choice. Why not do it together? Why not come succeed with a winning crowd? I love helping people fire their bosses and hire their cell phone and literally rob the banks legally and show you how to learn a skill set that will change your life forever. Learn about how to make money, how to think about money, and how to actually crush your goals. So guys, 2021 is going to be the best year ever. I declare it now that it's the best year ever in your life, at least in my life. And you know what? We all have the unlimited amount of potential to do whatever it is that we want in life. And it just comes down to some key defining moments, to some small little choices, little habits. Can I turn that off? Oh. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how this works. Oh, can you guys see me better now? There we go. Maybe that worked. Maybe it didn't. Okay, I think it did. But yeah, basically, there are some key defining moments in life, and this is really one of them. All right, you can choose to do this. You can choose not to do it. But all I can say is working a job for the rest of your life, isn't that exciting? There's nothing wrong with it. Work on your job. You might have to work, like what Jim Rohn says, work full-time on your job, but work part-time on your fortune until one day your fortune surpasses your job. Then you have options. And isn't it worth it to work on yourself a bit more, to invest into yourself, to learn a new skill that can ultimately change your life for the better? I think it's a no-brainer to me. But of course, I'm not me. I've got to think in your shoes. But I truly believe that you could do this too. And I've seen it time in before, that people look, there's one person that didn't even know the difference between a text message and a Facebook message. And she was able to do this. She shared it with a few friends and she made some money that way. And then next thing you know, she started really learning the trading and got into it. And now fast forward to today, she trades with a few of her friends every single day. They're making tens of thousands of dollars. I'm not supposed to share numbers, but you know, it's happening, right? We've had people literally fire their bosses within 6 months' time, right? Is it going to be you? Maybe not. I can't compare anybody else's story to your story, right? But even if it takes you 2 years to understand this concept, is it worth it? Heck yeah, it is, right? Heck yeah. So, guys, that being said, stay patient, stay diligent, and let the gains be massive. And let's go crush this 2021. Let's go have some fun. And I'll talk to you on the next video.